Hi, this is another video on nutrition and minerals and like specifically. So I want to talk about selenium, sodium, sulfur, and zinc. These are not as common deficiencies as calcium, potassium, and magnesium and iron, but they're still pretty common. So I want to talk about selenium first. Selenium is something that is related to heart disease. It's the new, like considered a newer trace mineral, and I want to talk about some of the foods that these are in because it, like an enlarged prostate, can just be selenium deficiency. Premature aging, infertility issues, a lowered IQ, heart disease, and tumors can also be related to selenium. So it's super important to get all your minerals. I do highly recommend Intramax. I did a video on Intramax, and if you haven't tried it, it would give you all the minerals except iron in one liquid formula. But the problem with some of these minerals is getting them in a product that you would eat regularly. Now I love garlic, but selenium is in garlic. It's in onions, brown rice, broccoli, brewer's yeast, Brazil nuts, and eggs. So it's important to eat a varied diet so you get all of these nice minerals, especially the ones we're talking about today. Sodium, when I talk about sodium, I'm not talking about sodium fluoride, and I'm not talking about sodium chloride. That's like the Morton's table salt. I'm talking about the Celtic or Himalayan sea salt, the natural salts. And that is sometimes actually deficient in diets because people are told to avoid salt. But good salt is essential, especially if you sweat, especially related to some of the things on the video I did on potassium. So the symptoms of salt issues are adrenal gland exhaustion, bloating, bad breath, mental confusion, constipation, excessive thirst, exhaustion, stomach gas, especially after eating meats, eggs, or fish, getting angry over little things, hair falling out, hay fever, acting hysterical, indigestion, loss of smell, and mental depression. It's essential for humans and pets. Every cell is bathed in sodium containing solution, like what we call saline, and it may help with actually cardiovascular disease, diabetes, gallstones, arthritis, bladder stones, and all the effects of aging. And so this is the misconception is, when people are told to not eat salt and then they don't eat salt, then this is the issues that they can look forward to. So salt is essential. Salt has been around since the beginning of time. It's been used to cure meat. It's been in our foods. It's only in the last 50 years or so that people started consuming sodium chloride, which is very bad. It's very bad for everything that good salt is for. The other thing about the adrenals I want to mention is people with adrenal issues crave salt. They want crunchy, salty pretzels, chips, snacks, tortilla, things you dip in salsa. So if you have a strong craving for that, that's actually the bad salt, because most products you buy in the grocery store do not use healthy salt. But you can make snacks or just add your own salt or do a salt sole to things you might buy. Now most products in the health food store do say sea salt, or they do have a natural salt, so it is important what you put in your body and which salt you use. If you go to a restaurant, most of the time they're going to use sodium chloride. So it's important to understand and distinguish the difference between sodium chloride, which is the white salt on most restaurant shakers and what they put in their food, compared to sea salt or the healthy salts. Okay, sulfur is high in eggs, egg yolks. People know that egg yolks have a smell, or sulfur has a smell, but it's super important for the liver. It's important for blood disorders, leukemia, hemorrhoids, disc problems, difficulty in speaking or singing. This could be like where you can't think of the word to say, like stammering. Thin or split fingernails, dull hair, like it doesn't have a shine to it, joint problems, sores and bruises that don't heal, pus formation, menstrual irregularities, like your cycles are not regular, moodiness, septicemia. An interesting thing about sulfur is if you have a sulfur deficiency, this part of your neck will appear wider or lighter than your chest or the other parts of the neck. So there's a very specific thing that you'll see in people where this part seems a little lighter, like this part had sunscreen and the rest didn't, and then that there's a sulfur issue. So there's also a joyless appearance, prolonged time for regaining strength after being sick, and I think that sulfur is super important. It's like, you know, a lot of people, again, are told don't eat egg yolks because of high cholesterol. And egg yolks is probably one of the best sources of sulfur. But besides egg, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, and your cruciferous vegetables are high in sulfur. So eat those veggies and eat those egg yolks. Okay, the last one I want to talk about on this video is zinc. Zinc is super important for taste and smell, but it's also important for gout, MS, neuralgia, prostate problems, tumors, skin problems, and it's documented to be super healthy for the pancreas, the thymus, and the thyroid. Sometimes people with thyroid issues have a zinc deficiency. Zinc is also high in eggs, lima beans, liver, oysters, and sunflower seeds. Those aren't things that people eat all the time, so that might be, you know, why the deficiency. There's one additional thing I want to add to zinc, and that is I've had some people that, and I'm going to say I don't recommend this, and there's several class action lawsuits about it, but the Zicam type nose sprays can displace and damage your zinc receptor sites. So there's something in that, and you can look this up online and find more information, but when you put that stuff in your nose, it blocks the receptor sites, and I have some clients who have permanently lost their taste and smell because of using nose sprays. So I don't recommend it. There are some natural ones. I don't know if they have the same effect or not. If you have never heard of this before, I have not heard of it like on TV or social media, but you can go online and look up Zicam class action lawsuit for permanent loss of taste and smell. Super important to know these things and find natural ways for your symptoms so that you don't have this permanent damage. Okay, well, I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.